work, but Nokji is holding close with the shorty, and that's going to be a quick shot to the head. And honestly, I mean, Clark had a good peek out off of that haunt, but it was a very quick reaction from Moves with the flashpoint.
Oh, he takes both of them. He's only got 4 bullets up, gets another dink, but he's going to run out. Oh, man, some great pistoling there from Luke. It was close there, but it will be MARU getting the pistol round all the same.
Yeah, and again, it all comes down to that flashpoint. If Moose didn't get that flashpoint when they were stuck in main, Clark probably gets at least 1 kill, if not pushes forward for 2. And you can't blame Clark for trying to sit there because everyone else is flashed up on the side of MARU Gaming initially. It was kind of free for him until they all jumped behind the wall around the bricks there. And Luke, I mean, even here he gets the dink, so he tries to go for the right click. And just only one connects with the right click, and he can't get the kill.
Yeah. Dangerously close there. All right, going to be a TP across in case anybody's watching out at long. They're not. Clark now going to be forced to jump back. Ashes will get tucked away on the right-hand side. You can see, I mean, heavy stack. All the other sites abandoned. It's a good read from WGS.
Yeah.
See if they can get the round win now. Sylvan set on top of the box, just waiting for someone to come out of sewers.
And the rendezvous out. I mean, iReady peeks out just a bit too far, and I like this reaction from Nokji because iReady didn't even try to put up a fight. So you're suspecting that something's going on here, and you just rendezvous out. Don't take any chances on that peek. I mean, they're still going to push A.
They are. Cheapop gets in, finds Clark. The turret going to finish off. Cheapop is. Luke will find 2.
Oh!
Sylvan, what? Gets the backstab on the Nokji. I'm going to need to see a replay of this one.
Oh my!
Paranoia connects. Sylvan now with a judge in hand. TP into the link. Not sure if Sylvan was able to hear it. Oh, the gun is spotted. Zhonghai will get the finishing blow. He will get the plant down. MARU will close the round, but what happened? Show me the replay.
Show me the knife. I mean, we were all kind of distracted by the turret kill and, of course, to try to the entry from Chibob in main, but he had to have gotten one from above and just dropped right down, given his position, right? Because he knows he was spotted. So he gets one. Oh, they're all just stuck with the paranoias. Zhonghai's paranoia kind of catching everybody there, looks like. That's a rough one. Well, I mean, good play on him. That made it very costly for MARU, even though they won the second round.
Yeah, that it did. Couple little spam shots out there. Trying to anticipate somebody going across into sewer. Cheapop does take one to the shoulder.
Yeah, and it looks like Clark's just going to hold the site for now with the Vandal, but otherwise you've got the Breach and the Fade to hold things off if they start to hear the utility come out. Otherwise, B and C, it's all just guarded with Killjoy utility. I mean, they're just okay holding as they have the rifles this time for WGS.
Flash at the ready here from Godlike.
Yeah. I like the positioning from WGS, though. I mean, they're not taking any chances with the close-range battles here.
Still have 3 members over towards this site. Guiding Light comes in.
All right. I mean, if the Guiding Light doesn't tag anybody in A and it's on a buy round, you do suspect something's going, that they're prepared. But you also don't have much of a choice for MARU.
And Cheapop already forward on top of the box. Haunt going to be finding one. Flash is flying out. Aftershock waiting for the plant sound.
Yeah, I mean, they're just buying time.
Oh, already, though, 2 members going to be falling here for WGS. I'm ready, only able to pick up 1 before.
Oh.
He ends up dying. Hit. Godlike needed that timing. Doesn't find it. Doesn't know the position of Zhonghai now. The Paranoia will get chucked across, but Luke dead on the entry, and it's all on Sylvan now. And he cannot get moves. Moves just swings out with the Bulldog. Weapon upgrades abound here for the side of MARU as they move up 3-0.
So WGS's concept was that Godlike fault lines main to make sure the later part of MARU Gaming can't get into the site, and then he flashpoints the boxes. The problem was that not everyone was flashed, so you dash through and you try to get this entry, but there's 2 people already through the site avoiding the flashpoint on the side. And of course, I mean, Godlike couldn't support because of the smoke up in heaven, and then they could just pick up the free rifle upgrades.
Good shots there from Moves as well. Help put them across the line.
Well,
Luke does have a lockdown available, but, well, I was going to say, something tells me he won't use it in this round, but then again, it is WGS. They might just throw it if they have even a slight little tingling feeling that they can win the round, they'll use it.
Yeah, I mean, probably the best use if you are going to use it this round is if you see no information until the very end, you start stacking up one side and you close off the other with the lockdown should you choose to do so. I agree that it'd be better off saving it, for the next round. It's not like you can combo it with something like the Rolling Thunder to really secure the round just yet.
Looks like the approach will be back over here towards A. Clark seeing enough.
Yeah,
Will be made. Luke gonna inch forward there, maybe poke out of the garage.
Well, with the jet pushed up that far, you know it's pretty safe. You already cleared out short sewers with the Trailblazer, and Main could just waltz into sight. So another tough retake here for WGS with sheriffs all around.
Luke.
Oh!
Ooh, has a little bit of decent timing there, but can't nail the shots. Clark trying to drop out of heaven, and they line up for Chibop, making it look easy. He wants that last kill. He won't be able to get it. Wix will take it away, but it is a flawless round here in the fourth for the side of MARU. Now with the buys coming back in, WGS, can they get a round win? Can they stop this momentum? Because already this is looking a bit rough.
I mean, listen, we hear that apparently the operator's the reason. Clark subs in for Han. You got to get that online, and Haven's a map where it provides so much value because you can really kind of eliminate one site from the defensive side in terms of what you need to stack and really focus on the other one, and B, you can leave with the Killjoy utility. It's not going to come online yet, though, because they have to crawl back somehow. It's all rifles.
They're just going to keep it in A, it seems.
I mean, it's working.
Suspicious of this placement from Clark, but he still manages to swing out, finds one, Godlike gets two.
Oh, and
there's the C's here as well. The Prowler now going down. Going to jump out of Nakji, who will now just go ahead, TP back over into Long. Damage dealt. Countering aggression with aggression of their own. WGS finding themselves in an advantageous position now.
Yeah, and I like this back out because initially the reason people fight so hard for A is because it's hard for the retake. And equally hard to break in, so it's kind of a bloodbath always on A site. But you already have the numbers advantage, you know you have the utility, you know you have the lockdown. Luke?
For a moment, I think they registered that was a gun barrel.
But yeah, so they back out and say, okay, now we can retake because we have the numbers advantage, we have the lockdown. You had already pushed out C main, you were sitting in a garage, so let's stack the other sites and not take any chances, of getting our flank hit. I mean, look at the positioning for WGS.
They're very far off.
I mean, MARU will get the plant here, but WGS, they're just playing for safety. They're less concerned about blocking the plant and more concerned about not losing a single gun here.
Yeah. I mean, there's also not that much of a reason to try and deny the plant either, just because the cash, they're gonna cap. The players are capping their cash after this basically anyway. The economic advantage is known.
And I like the haunt just to make sure they're not pushing out into A lane. Now Wix with the counter timing.
And Clark will take his head clean off. Nakji staring over to heaven. That tailwind entry, spots him. They go ahead. They give that information over, and that's WGS getting themselves on the board now in the 5th round. A flawless round at that.
Yeah, really well played round, right? You make sure you fight for main control using the same breach utility that the opponents are going to throw down as well. You try to wait for the counter timing, and you get the triple kill there, 2 for Godlike, 1 for Clark. And then you say, okay, we did our job. Let's empty out A site, make sure our flanks are covered, and we don't have to worry about any sort of trickery. Well played. And WGS actually going for the timeout here. I mean, I think previously also, just in case they did lose the round, it would have been a huge snowball on the other side. But also, now you have the lockdown, you have the Rolling Thunder. Moose has his Rolling Thunder on the other side, so a lot to consider here. Actually, everyone has their ultimate on MARU.
Yeah, they've got 5. I think Anox is probably out on stage right now. MARU's coach is just saying, use
just
everything.
Dump it. Just
fire
send
everything!
Just send it off the bat. Which, again, Haven is a map where you can afford to do that, especially if you're hitting A. I mean, send out the Seekers, push them out of main, and then Rolling Thunder in the site just to get the entry, and then you can cover it. I mean, you have the tour de force for Nakji. He can watch the flank and then cover for Heaven. I mean, there's a lot to work with here. Junghai could also just as equally miss the Rolling Thunder, even use the Omen ultimate, because if he can secure it, WGS, they just won, right? So they lost out on their losing streak creds. I think dumping all your ultimates to cut off that momentum again and put them back into a disadvantageous position would be huge for MARU.
See what happens, though. So you take a look back at the previous round. I mean,
that was such good timing from Godlike. Waits to see the opponent's flashpoint first.
Very quick shutdown, and then a clean retake from there. Not losing anybody. That's exactly what WGS needs. Not only just for the round win, but obviously for their economy, which is still fairly unstable.
It's going to be another fast hit onto A rather.
Seem like it. Flashpoints flying. This time though, Chibop finds the kill. Godlike going to be taken down, but Clark manages to find the opposing jet in the end. It's on top of him. It's the elimination. Now is going to be tucked away in hell as the spike will be planted. Man advantage here for the side of MARU.
Yeah, now they, as we talked about, they did dump all of their utility, but there's still 3 members and the lockdown. Of course,
think of maybe a little bit of a sneakier position for it, perhaps.
Yeah, just trying for it, but
as he swings the window, Nokji is there. Gets a shot with a tour de force. Sylvan finding 2. Moves and wicks. Almost lining up for him a little bit there. Would see him, and Sylvan on the swing. Gets himself a 3rd.
But the judge
is there, however, from Nokji. Scoops up 3. You can see the smile on their faces as they go ahead and, I mean, seemingly steal the round away from them.
Oh, man. But incredible decision from Nokji to push up as soon as you hear that, Zhonghai make the call. Because Zhonghai knows that his location has been revealed. So even though Silva makes some great kills, Zhonghai's simply waiting to buy time in hell. During that time, they're not peeking out against Nokji's tour de force. So he actually pushes up because they're expecting the tour de force to still be watching from main. This is just a good call. Well,
judge, jury, and executioner there.
Yep. And this is classic MARU. They love this set play to pinch onto Garage.
Get themselves into the back lines here, Chibop. Not going to see anything else over at this C site. It has already completely been opened up. Tuck into the back of B here for moves. Just wait for anybody to come across through that link. As Chibop will receive some healing, and the 3 members on MARU will go ahead and back off to long.
Yeah, I mean, if they got moves, they could have imagined maybe getting 1 gun upgrade and using the Rolling Thunder to break into sight, but of course, Godlike now down, not much of an option.
Nokji playing there to make sure that iReady cannot get that weapon recovered.
Oh, get your spams.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hold it, trying not to fake it, but A, Cloudburst wasn't going to last that much longer.
Yeah.
B, they got enough guns to just spray through that, so no hope in hell to make that happen. Only, the single kill found there in the end, so not too much damage dealt on that eco either.
No, and I love that MARU Gaming uses this call. Now, they've done this pretty much every time they've played Haven, once each time, to go through B and pinch onto Garage. And they often do it on an opponent's eco, because otherwise you kind of leave the time for everyone to be hiding in these cubbies and whatnot. But if you flank onto Garage, it doesn't matter if it's a short space. So good call. They make use of one of their favorite plays in the book. Oh, okay.
Okay. Not sure how he didn't manage to get that kill.
I think he stepped a little bit, so it went off center, because otherwise, Clark did not move in time, I can tell you that.
A little off there from the side of Nokji.
Yeah, but all in all, you push them out. Now, Tailwind in front of Garage, you know that that's gone now from the side of WGS, so no reason to push into Garage. You can let them take it, because C-site is stacked. B's being washed alongside the alarm bot. A is emptied because you heard the operator. Clark doesn't have any other support, and they have the Rolling Thunder. So on top of the Nightfall, in fact. So they have a lot of utility to try for a retake.
Long time from iReady into mid, not going to spot anything. Now they start storming the site. The flashes, the paranoia, all goes flying across, and soon the call has to be made for WGS to start to rotate over. Rolling Thunder and the Nightfall. They do have that combo to try to retake the site. Still going to take them a little bit of time, though, to get in a position to utilize it.
Yeah, making sure you combo these perfectly is crucial. You can see that iReady's looking for the horizontal Nightfall here, and then it's going to be the Rolling Thunder from heaven.
I don't think that's going to hit.
Oh, just the fault line.
Yeah, it's just the Nightfall there.
Oh, I mean...
Chibop, guns down Sylvan as they drop out. Chibop holds firmly in hell, gets another kill, and suddenly... it's only Godlike left alive, and he's got no HP.
Yeah, and you know it came from above because of the fault line's position, so Chibop's on the hunt.
And Chibop, despite getting tagged low, will go ahead, survive the round. 3 members holding onto their weapons. Cash is pretty much capped out for them. There's no concerns whatsoever about getting buys through for their comrades. And I question the decision to not send both of the ultimates there.
Yeah, I mean, Nightfall is a strong ability, but here's the other thing. Chibab was not affected by the fault line, right? I mean, you want to make sure you clear out hell. You know someone's waiting in there. You might as well use the Rolling Thunder from the stairs and then have everyone push out afterwards, but trusting in the Nightfall a little bit too much.
Yep.
That hurts. I mean, they had the intention to just clear it for the retake too, so this is rough, and now it's another round where it's not going to see much value. The Rolling Thunder, I mean. Well, back on another Sheriff round with WGS.
Flash is blinding them. MARU turning their sights over now into the garage. Outburst blocking off vision there from I'm Ready. He'll send a Prowler out behind, does give a chomp.
Yeah, sees. Yeah, ideally he wanted to try to chase off the Prowler, but he hears all the other gunfire. They're just gonna funnel
pushing
out
Chibab, and I mean the whole team. It's a group effort. Moves and Wicks also in their hands dirty as suddenly Luke is the last one left standing.
Yeah, and I'm laughing because what other choice do they have, right? I mean, they knew they were stacked up in garage, and you know, it's your best shot. I mean, sure, you have Sheriff, so you could go for the long-range fights, but you're always going to be at that disadvantage. So you had the C's, so you hope only one person made it through, and you're trying to get at least one kill, maybe upgrade to a rifle. I like the effort. It's just, you know, from a viewer's perspective, it was rather humorous. Okay.
All right. I was going to say, oh, he didn't fire yet. Maybe Luke will get the Nope. Just kill him through the corner. It's a flawless round now. I believe that's 8 here for the side of MARU.
Yep.
An extremely good attacker side so far, and there's still 3 rounds to be played out. How far can they push it? I'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I mean, just like lemmings over a cliff. You know, and in this, I guess in this metaphor, MARU is Disney.
Well,
they forced their hand. There was no other recourse.
Yeah, there was no other choice there for sure. That Rolling Thunder's still sitting there. Clark's gonna have to give a B control, and all the Killjoy utilities on A. They're so scared of these A hits now that they have to force Clark to be stuck in B. Oh, okay, the fake out.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder is used, and it catches nobody. Now they start storming their way into the garage? No, they think better of it.
Oh, they draw out everything. They draw out the Rolling Thunder, and then they draw out the Paranoia. MARU Gaming are just playing with their food.
It's just beautifully piloted. Look at the pressure here from WGS on the C site. There's nobody nearby.
That was an incredible fake on to beat. So the bait for the Rolling Thunder was 100% intentional. The Paranoia was more situational.
Yeah.
But MARU Gaming at the end of the day got everything they wanted.
It's just beautifully done. Trademark still sat there.
Yeah,
as they try to approach through window. The lobby, Zhonghai hiding, spots one, takes a couple shots. Luke tag just a bit. Smoke will come down to cut off sewers.
Just needs to buy time.
Okay, Nakchi
maybe
in trouble. He is very much in trouble, actually. Luke gets on top of him.
Zhonghai needs to push out at some point here.
Okay, Chibab dead. Rolling Thunder goes across, but they're onto the spike right now. They're not interrupting it. Zhonghai gets an elimination, but they need to stop the defuse. They're spamming. They managed to get him in the end. Moves, guns down for a massive round from him, and man, that would have been pretty silly if we saw MARU lose after baiting things perfectly, but they will crucially get the round victory. I mean, some smiles on their face, on some of their faces. But
you saw Moose peek over. He's like, "Are you laughing right now? You think this is game, Wicks? I need you to take this seriously, sir."
They do lose all of their weapons, but the cash has been so strong from MARU that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at all. And the Rolling Thunder was used a little late because they thought they could get the flank, but Nakchi dies a little early. And Moose, I mean, he makes the right call that he just needs to hold it. He just needs to hold that fire button and get that diffuser in the nick of time.
Well, Prowler now out. Aftershock used to clear close angle. Chibab not going to see anything. There is the cloud burst. There's the dash forward. Kind of surprised he doesn't just spray into Link.
Yeah.
Probably actually would have tagged up I'm Ready if not gotten the kill.
Yeah, it could have been a good attempt there, but
Clark is getting himself into a potentially good situation.
The timing. The timing. Oh, the timing of it all. Well, now Chibab's kind of stuck on site alone because he has a spike. I don't think. Oh, you know what? They're basically baiting this for Zhonghai. There he is. Yep.
All right, TP across the sea. Move's just gonna stay sat here long.
This is actually the most 4D chess setup for the Omen ultimate because basically they were hoping for Chibab to die, but then immediately ult before someone can sit on top of him to move the Omen ult out of position. I mean, that's a lot of effort just to get the Omen ult take away on the spike. But I like it. I mean, it works. Gets the plant.
Well, they hear them moving into the site now. I mean, there's a lockdown available.
Yeah. But now Wix is coming from behind, though, with the paranoia.
Yeah, thinking about it, you know, plant position, they can't actually get a lockdown where it would cut off people being able to peek out along, so it's not possible to use it. It's also just such a dire situation. Might as well save it for the last round in the half, which we're going into right now. And boy, what a journey this has been.
Yeah, I mean, this round. Here's the thing: like we've seen the Omen ultimate, you know, do crazy things with the spike, and I know there was a clip of Dubstep from Team Secret kind of going for the Hail Mary play when they were lacking some members, you know, taking the spike as the jet and then baiting it for the Omen. But this was like set up from the beginning of the round. I mean, that's really MARU just asserting dominance over WGS in that previous round. And now they've got an op, 2 ops, in fact. Zhonghai also waiting for a push out. I mean, they're playing with their food, MARU Gaming.
That they are. They've got an entire feast.
I mean, Killjoy Utility does win the gamble, of course, on the dice roll here, set up on C. Oh, lockdown. Has to be used early.
Does get used off the rip. Sending Util this way. 5 seconds remaining as it gets destroyed. Chibab up over the top. Spawning a little bit, but Sylvan swings out, cuts him down, manages to find a second. Luke over here. Okay, Lumber.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah, so, I mean...
All right. They get the final round and a half.
I mean, we called it. They were playing with their food, but guess what? You should never play with your food.
They ate too quickly and they started to choke.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a 10-2 half, but
yeah,
I mean, forcing your way into that site after the lockdown and everything seems a little crazy, and they pay for it. But here's the thing: I mean, that's given the scoreline, WGS, it's not even like a good confidence boost, right? You almost feel even worse that MARU thinks that they can take that site like that.
Yeah. Well,
this is rough.
Incredibly rough. I mean, WGS, they can't afford to drop anything really here at all. So,
yeah,
pistol round, you know, has to be a victory out the gate. If they lose the pistol, they've got to force. If they lose that, it's over.
Indeed. There's not many chances here. And, you know, and even if you do keep winning, at some point, Chibab's going to get his operator on that jet, and one site's going to be shut down for you to even explore. So what do you do before that? Or, you know, how do you make sure you can match that in terms of utility and or your own operator given on to Clark, most likely, if they do choose to use it on the attacker's side? Man, I mean, if they can get past the pistol, I mean, they have a lot of utility to work with, right? You've got the Fade and the Breach, so you've got Intel and you've got the Prowlers. Of course, you've got the Fault Line and the Flashpoints to really plant Clark deep into the site. You've got Paranoia against the retakes or even to clear out one side. The comp is there. It's just a very, very long hill to climb.
You need just consistent, clean execution. Something that we don't often get from WGS.
I mean, Godlike's had a rough run of it on Breeze. He's had a rough run of it here on Haven in terms of IGLing. I mean, in terms of his shots, he was much better on Breeze than on Bind, but he needs to pull out every play stored up in his brain to be able to bring things back here on Haven. Now, early control of mid, but, I mean, unless you're rushing through into the site, that's not much to work with here. Not interested in fighting for mid at all, by the way.
No, they're not.
They know that eventually it has to come A.
Prowler not going to go far enough there.
Oh, and the smoke too, just in case.
Luke moving up through it. He's got a decent sense of this. He's really wary.
Oh, I like the distraction though. That makes sure that Moose can't simply just wait for the fault line. Now they do get a tag in short, so Moose focuses back onto what they believe will be the main site hit. WGS, they've played with the time correctly so far. They've forced a huge shift onto the A side. Now they're going to strike onto C, but if Nachi gets a kill and then you get slowed down from the trademark, reinforcements are going to be there.
Flash in, smoke in the window. Nakji.
Oh!
Goes out, doesn't get a kill, but he gets a hell of a lot of damage.
Oh, that was...
Clark at 3 HP, I'm ready at 23. I mean, that is still hefty value.
That was one of the scariest shorty moments I've ever seen in a game of Valorant.
Rebound, Sylvan watching the back line there. It's long. Let's just get one before falling. Cheap up. Dashing into the corner, throws down that cloud burst. The stun connects on the godlike. Cheap up manages to find the kill, and it's all tumbling down. Luke needs to go big. It's not gonna happen.
No, and
Moves is just jumping. He just jump shots Clark.
I mean, you could have jumping right-clicked that, and he would have just died to the breeze from the bullets there. And
I was gonna say, I was like, Chunga, you're really not gonna give Moves this ult?
Oh my god!
This ult charge here.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna stick it, but
a little troll
having a little fun as they pretty much sense victory. They can smell it at their doorsteps here, up 11-2. And this fault line was so good here to give Chibab another opportunity. Well done. I mean, MARU Gaming. I mean, it's all started with the shorty, right? I mean, Nakji had the right awareness that he can peek out and jump right back in for the rendezvous as long as he doesn't get dinked right away. Huge value.
Well, here's the force buy. Full Spectre's half armor for the side of WGS. They look to make it work. Two-man stack out at long. Wix, obviously, not going to be able to escape, should he need to. Whereas Noxie's like, sorry, I got mine. Good luck, buddy.
Tries to bait it in. I mean, Noxie still gets the trade, so all things well.
Yeah, I mean, he's on for 3 right now. Could find a 4th as he swings around the corner, but no, Luke will. Managed to get that elimination. Sylvan taking out Chibab, but Zhonghai is here. Closes it out. The force buy finds nothing, and it seems like MARU are just going to do to WGS what was done to them in map number 1. 13-2, the potential scoreline here, unless WGS can pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Yeah, it's going to be a big rabbit, too.
It's got to be a giant rabbit.
Coming out of that hat, because, I mean, you got to pull out the Easter Bunny out of the hat at this point if you want to try to win this map. It's not looking good. You're already 4 spot. I mean, you don't have any options. Your utility's not there. You don't have your ults online. Oh, it's going to be a sad ending here for WGS fans. It was such a good start on Bind, and it all comes crashing down in what I hate to say is typical WGS fashion.
Yeah. Luke, good start. Chibab.
Yeah, he doesn't suspect.
He wants to swing back out after this. He's got the dash ready. Spots one. Godlike gets Wix.
Okay.
I can see the ears starting to come out of the top of the hat. The bottom of the hat. Whatever. The hat's upside down. You know what I mean? The window.
Okay.
Luke getting another one. Zhonghai.
I mean,
trading 1 back, but that's still a massive advantage here for the side of WGS now.
Honestly, if I'm MARU, I do not go for the retake here. I don't care if you have creds. You do not allow WGS to potentially pick up 2 free Bulldogs, because you got to play the long game here. I honestly don't think you go for this. Oh.
Okay. Maybe now go for this?
Well, I don't know. That was a phantom, right? Maybe you take that back.
Okay. Yeah, Zhonghai with 27 HP. You
the
absolutely do not go for this.
There you go. Yeah, don't give them the phantom. Yes, very, very good call. This, I'm okay with that. You know, you got 1 kill. You secured the phantom for yourself. Make sure they don't get the full rifle. You're stuck with the Bulldogs. Going for the long haul. You're already at match point.
All right, Zhonghai just sat here in mid, tucked away. I mean, that is a, you can wall bang through that. So if they had any kind of sense, they could just spam it. But looks like they're not going to do so.
No. I mean, WGS also scared that. I mean, they have such a long way to go. So playing it safely. Right before the screen swapped there, we saw a couple of defenders pings from MARU out into C long. So it looks like they might try to push out there. And try to go for the aggressive push and maybe watch out for the box. You know, the open on top of the box we often see. Oh, we lost a round. You can't have that.
Stop everything. Anox storming out on the side. I can't believe it. The whole goal here was to get to 13-2. You let them get an extra round.
Oh man, I gotta imagine that Anox does want to finish things off here. And
realistically, I don't mind this at all. It just feels silly.
No, it feels silly, but it is not a bad call because you still have that one Phantom. And the thing is, more so than winning this round, you have to be concerned about how do you make sure WGS doesn't start running away with this, both in terms of rifles, in terms of ult economy. I mean, Luke is only 1 point away from his orb, and even Sylvan, although we don't see as much utility with the Omen Ultima, of course, especially on the attackers, you can always recover that spike. So, there's some things to consider here, because if WGS starts to get the perfect timings where, you have the rifles, and then you have the Bladestorm come on, and then you have the Rolling Thunder, then you have the Lockdown. I mean, suddenly it turns into a 12-7, and you start to get a little scared.
Yeah. Well, Anox, he left the stage rather quickly. Seems like he just had a couple things that he wanted to really throw out there for the squad. WGS's coach, I like to imagine, just came out and just repeatedly, non-stop said, 12 is all they get, 12 is all they get, 12 is all they get. With no other information or pointers whatsoever. Just to really inspire that hope,
Yeah.
Well, off the rip, Cheap Up now in a dangerous spot. Going to be stuck in Cubby. Aftershock buying some time from moves, and Sylvan actually swings into that, dies. Cheap Up gets the kill onto Clark. Like answers back with one, but that's so many deaths here.
Oh my goodness. I blinded, I believe, and just kind of gets stuck on that Aftershock, and now this is a bloodbath on sight.
I needed to hit that shot, doesn't make it happen. Move's now gone down, it's all on Wix, and he's got his rifle, will find one. They make it very bloody over at C, but WGS will add a 4th round victory to the board here.
Oh, wow. Well, that almost looked very messy, especially with that early Aftershock kill. Now, because of that eco round, as we saw...
12 is all they get.
As we previously guessed with the pings, it was a quick push out, and in fact, they actually get value off of it. I mean, again, anytime that MARU has to save from here on out, their goal is to make sure that WGS always has to full buy out and eventually not be able to full buy or stick on half armor. So far, not the case.
See if they can keep it going. Noxy, though, yeah, I mean, this is scary!
Oh.
Clark goes down. Is that the beginning of the end? The Rolling Thunder goes across the site. It's not going to catch anybody. Cloudburst thrown down. Prowler going to be cleared. Noxy holding onto his bullets, pushes back up to the smoke, and Godlike has been eliminated.
Yeah, you can sense the end is near. The Nightfall comes out too, but you still...
Deafen them. The entry starts coming through. I'm ready, picking up 2 kills.
That might have been some of the most valued Nightfalls I've seen. I mean, the Deafen does all the work they need, of course, the Decay as well to win those duels, but that means you can't peek out as safely with the Tour de Force and, of course, even the Bladestorm.
Oh, okay. Well, a good decision there to just ignore the Haunt. Throws the Seeker.
Oh,
Wix! Can he finish it? He's versus Sylvan. The Clutch King on the side of WGS, and Sylvan will not fall in battle. He picks up the round. They keep going.
Oh, Wix. I mean... he made the decision that he tagged once and he was going to immediately tag after and try to swing around on him. But Sylvan gets the better of him, realizes what's going on. Good read from Sylvan and a good 50-50 guess on peeking out there before the second flash. So, well played. I mean, this guy, he clutches the important rounds for WGS. The only problem is they've still got 7 more important rounds to go before overtime.
Well, now on to an eco. MARU kicked it back money-wise. WGS keep things moving in an upward trajectory. Rolling Thunder early moves, chunks that one out. They go rushing through Garage, but the kills are there. Clark finds 2. Wix can only get Sylvan. And Chonghai is TPing to his demise. He says, yeah, end the round a little bit faster, Luke. I present myself. End me. 6-12. They keep it going.
The idea of Rolling Thunder, I mean, granted, again, you're ahead, so is it worth the risk? I mean, that's a totally different discussion. But you're on an eco and you get the tag on the Guiding Light, you hear the Haunt, you know they're going for mid control. I like the idea of the Rolling Thunder, and you had a rifle coming out of Garage. The problem is the rifle got 0 kills.
Yeah,
I mean, here,
this should have never been allowed to occur. MARU just misplaying off the execute. Now that's the Rolling Thunder gone for them. Another tool taken away.
MARU has to start calming down because, like we said, it's already going to very soon turn into a 12-8 if they lose this round, given the economical situation.
They TP into heaven, into hell, as the creep up comes through from Nakji.
I mean, without your ultimates here, this is going to be a tough retake for MARU. I mean, you do have the paranoia to go on top of the guiding light and the flashpoints, but WGS is very well ready to end the lockdown as well.
Not like finding one, I'm ready. Picking up another.
Picks,
however, equalizes it.
But he needs to get rid of this lockdown. Oh, it's gone from the other side.
Yep, and Luke eliminated, and there it is!
Oh my!
They cannot keep it going. The defuse will come in. Can't even hear the timer, but it doesn't matter. The defuse, it happens all the same. And MARU, things got a little bit silly, a little scary for a while there, but they stopped.